This is a fight I'm very excited for. We got Nam Ho against Matt Zilch.
Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise for Nam Ho,
We got Nam Ho coming out right now. What I liked about Nam Ho is he's fought in Glory before. He lost, but he's got a chance to redeem himself, has some MMA experience, and his opponent, Matt Zilch, very experienced fighter. Extremely experienced. Fought in Farang Fight League. That was that league I was telling you about that they let you throw elbows. He has fought in Glory before. He fought in Glory 38 in Chicago. And he actually holds a win over Robert Lee, who we saw fight earlier.
Interesting.
They fought in Glory back in Glory 38, I believe, was Chicago.
Glory 38 was Chicago. Yeah, it was January or February last year, I think.
Yeah. This guy's ultra experienced. I would like to see this be maybe his last. I'm talking about Matt Zilch. Maybe this be his last amateur fight. I think he's got a load of experience. After researching him, I've noticed he's just gotten a lot better.
I'm seeing on the shots of Matt Zilch, he has Janjira across the back, which is Team Toro Janjira from Chicago, who also have Malik Watson-Smith on the card tonight in the co-main event of the Glory 50 Chicago card, facing Richard Abraham in a Chicago derby. And, Malik Watson-Smith impressed in his Glory 44 undercard fight. He stopped his opponent.
But Nam Ho lands 3 nice shots already on the face of Matt Zilch, all coming from the right hand, again with the right hand. He's look for Nam Ho to really try to set up something off of Matt Zilch's jab.
Well, here's an interesting subtext to this fight: is you've got Matt Zilch coming out of Toro Janjira, which is where Malik Watson-Smith comes from, and Nam Ho is wearing Maximus Muay Thai shorts, which is where Richard Abraham comes from. So this is, in effect, a proxy war for tonight's co-main event between Malik Watson-Smith and Richard Abraham.
That's cool. That's some good info.
How about that?
I guess there's a reason why they put people here with headsets.
You know?
Unbelievable. Even I'm learning stuff. I was supposed to be teaching people at home. Here I am learning stuff.
Actually, you got to.
Nam Ho is landing great shots on Matt Zilch. Matt Zilch is taking shots. He never gets hit this much. I saw a fight in his earliest career, maybe 2013, where he got knocked out with a head kick to kind of the back of the head. But for the most part, I've not seen him take damage like this. But he's tough. He pushes forward.
That was a nice jab to low kick.
He fights in a very, very traditional Muay Thai style. Tight hands up, deliberate steps. Doesn't seem to fight with too crazy of a pace. Muay Thai fighters tend to keep one pace and just, find that middle lane and keep driving.
Is he using his experience to have a calmer first round, not burn himself out in the first round? Maybe he's just taking a look at Nam Ho there. Yeah,
and also, both these guys have fought in Glory, so it's nice to see these guys come back and, you get to fight someone else that's fought in Glory. You get to fight someone that's been on the big stage. You never want to fight someone that's unprepared or anything. So I like this. This has just been. I'm excited.
Yeah, these guys coming in at 142 pounds for this catchweight fight, but you might see one or both make it into the 145 division a few fights down the line.
Yeah, I think based on where we are so far on the night, I would keep an eye on Matt Zilch, Nam Ho, and probably Robert Lee as far as the ones that I think could possibly transition sooner than later.
The only thing with Robert Lee is Glory doesn't have a 135.
You gotta take steroids.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Do not take steroids. Drugs are for losers. Except the good ones.
Yeah. Except guys like John Jones and all the other champions of the world. No, I'm obviously joking, guys. Yeah. But, there's ways to put on weight. I think these guys are all young. You hit the weight room, eat some food.
Yeah.
Or, the other way, Glory, make a new division.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a 135 division come along at some point. I think maybe as and when Glory decides to put a bit more emphasis on the Asian market, you know, they made the debut in China in October last year.
Yes.
And out in Asia, a lot of the talent base is towards the lighter weights. So I wouldn't be surprised to see 135 come on the radar.
Yeah, I agree.
But for now, the lowest weight is 145, and both of these guys staking their claim here to a future spot in that division.
Yeah, and, you know, it's funny. We're like, oh, these guys can fight. Guys, as the night goes on, you're going to see a big jump in skill. Like, you don't think it's possible when you start the night. Oh, these guys are great. There's a big jump in skill by the time you get to the final fight of the night.
Yeah, you know, there's a reason that they called Glory the Premier League of kickboxing, and it really is. It's the World Cup of stand-up combat. The best guys from across the world, the best strikers, and you know when you're watching Glory, you know you're watching the best of the best.
And from like a semi-trained eye, you're like, oh, these guys are good kickboxers. And then the night goes on, you're like, oh, there's what I like to call subtleties.
Glory 50, which obviously is a landmark event for Glory as an organisation. This is a stacked card. There's some huge fights coming up tonight. The Super Fight Series kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Chicago time. It airs live on UFC Fight Pass, and it's headlined by Sidichai Sixongpanong, lightweight champion, defending his belt against Chris Bad News Bayer, fighting out of Mike's Gym in Amsterdam. That's a interesting fight. One of the best Thai fighters in the world against one of the heaviest-handed 155ers in the world.
Yeah, and then later in the night we get. What I love about Glory, they do tournaments. That was the end of the second round here. It's our fourth fight. You know, both guys fight very tight, very tough. It's tough to say who won those rounds. Matt Zilch got hit with some shots early in the fight. Looked a lot better in the second round, but I still think this is one of those fights you got to win that third round. It's so important.
Yeah, both.
Like, it's always going to be important, but with these 2-minute adjusted rules for the amateurs, it's incredibly important to win that third round because
a good level.
Or just knock the guy out.
Or just knock him out.
Yeah,
but, a good level from both. Technical fighting from both guys, and I'll give the edge to Nam Ho so far. I think he's done.
Well, like I said, both these guys have fought in Glory. These are experienced amateur kickboxers. You know, probably on the verge of starting their professional career, possibly with Glory. Who knows?
So 2 rounds in the books. We're into the third and final round. 2 minutes and everything to play for here.
Yeah, and Zilch sticks with the game plan. He keeps crushing those kicks. He follows every single combination he does up with a kick. Ho does some similar stuff. But Zilch looks like a Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah, that outside low kick is there constantly. Every combination finishes with it.
Like in his head, he's just telling himself, just throw this combo, follow the kick. Throw this combo, follow with a kick. It's tough to finish guys by just working the legs and stuff.
Especially over 3 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, like you can see that in, let's say, a championship mixed martial arts bout with 25 minutes. Or even a 5-round Glory fight. You need more rounds, or even just the longer rounds, to be able to really destroy a guy with the leg kicks.
Yeah, but it still does open up other possible routes to victory. You know, for example, disrupting the guy's movement, balance, timing, or take his attention to his leg and then take one of your kicks upstairs and, you know, through the exposed defense, hopefully catch him out.
You know, we're coming up on, you know, probably under a minute left in the final round here.
Seeing Zilch get busier now.
He did. I think he took a licking in that first round. Well, got hit with about 4 or 5 shots. And
another thing with Muay Thai guys, people who come from an orthodox Muay Thai background, Muay Thai fights take place over 5 rounds. The Muay Thai culture is very much to throw the first round away. They just kind of
go
feel
slow.
Yeah.
Go incredibly
Which
slow.
Which under these rules is, you know.
I always said F that. Go out there, and if the guy's going to go slow, put him away. So we approach the end of the round. Zilch looked very good this round, but so did Nam Ho. He did not.
Apart from when he fell over throwing that kick, but the rest of the round
he looked
great.
good, except for that time. Except a very, great show of respect right there. 2 warriors here.
That was a good fight. That fight would not have been out of place on a Super Fight Series card, I think.
No. Competitive. Very, very competitive. You know, I would have loved to seen this be a professional bout and get 3 more minutes out of these guys. I think that's where because it's very hard to kind of see who's winning these rounds. But those extra 3 minutes, someone can break. You could have someone finally break. And
another $1 million question: who gets it? Which way does this decision go?
I'd probably say Zilch is going to get it, even though I'd probably scored for Ho.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I scored for Ho. I think Zilch is going to get the nod. I judge much differently, but I know what judges are looking for. Yep, as we said.
So Malik Watson-Smith's teammate takes victory here in this proxy war for the co-main event. That was a good fight. I hope that the fight between Richard Abraham and Malik Watson-Smith later tonight is equally as entertaining.
Great fight. So I think we're going to send it over to some of the real professions over here. You know, the 2 guys calling the action for the rest of the night in Todd Grisham and Joseph Valtellini. It's a